But then when I cut them, I still have them in a little jar. Hey there, it's Michelle Visage, and I'm going through my past looks for Glam Squad with Attitude and Superdrug. That's the cover of the Heartbeat single. That would have been 1989, 1990. I love that because I felt really sexy. I was always into the wet look hair. My nails were on fleek. My body looked good. I felt tans, even though I was so pale, but I felt tan. I don't know. I just feel like I look like a model. I mean, I didn't, but I thought I did. I was 20 years old. My favorite look from the Seduction video would probably be our slow song, which was a hit. It was called Could This Be Love? And I had a very Dick Tracy, Madonna, white hair. I just felt really pretty. Billy B on the makeup, who was Seduction's first and greatest makeup artist. True story. All right, fun fact about this look. Obviously, I did my own glam there. My nails are epic. It took 6.5 years to grow them. They were my nails with acrylic on top of them. When I cut them, I still have them in a little jar. Right there, you can't really see, but the front of my face is swollen because I needed a root canal on this tooth. And I had to perform with a swollen face, and I was in so much pain. And this poor guy's like, please, can I take a picture? So I was like, yeah, smiling, swollen face, needing a root canal, nails looking good. That's RuPaul and we are in the dressing room of the RuPaul show circa 1996. That would have been one of the skits that we were doing. I think it was a skit where I played a exotic dancer with a former adult film star called Chasey Lane, and we performed in a strip club, and I was working the pole. I think that was that day. So Ru and I have always loved makeup and hair and plastic surgery and drama. The irony is, I've never had it. People think I have. I've never had plastic surgery. And we've always loved makeup. So right in this picture, Billy B did my makeup, which he always did. He's the greatest of the greatest. You know, after me, he then was with Mariah Carey for many years, Mary J. Blige, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, so many looks for everybody. He is so incredibly talented. Billy was one of the only makeup artists, and still to this day, where I could shut my eyes, literally go to sleep, and not have to tell him anything. So we didn't give each other makeup tips, Ru and I, but we would look at each other and go, oh my God, you look so beautiful. It was that type of thing. That was RuPaul's Drag Race season 3. I think that was my first promo shot. I was in my 30s there, and I feel like I look younger now. I think I look hot there. I think my body looks great there. I've always been a drag queen, so I've always loved a lot of hair and a lot of makeup. I'm from New Jersey, AKA the Liverpool of the United States. So I am very that. I always loved being tan. I always loved eyelashes, nails. Even when I was a young, I'm talking young, 6-7-year-old girl, I just wanted my nails to be like Barbra Streisand and Cher's. And I would put sellotape around it and try to look like that. It's just that I was a baby drag queen and didn't know it. So I've always been about too much hair, too much makeup, too much eyelash, too much brow, too much tan. That is me. And I am unapologetically okay with that. Sometimes to do, even like today, to do natural makeup, it's a lot of makeup. It's harder for a makeup artist to do something natural than it is to do something draggy. It really is in many aspects. So yeah, Raja painted my face for the cover of my book, The Diva Rules, and Matthew Anderson took the picture, and I felt beautiful. Celebrity Big Brother, that would be 2015. Obviously I dressed myself because boobs are up and out. This was like, for me, a very, this is my professional look. Hair and makeup is cute. They did something to my teeth. Those aren't really my teeth. I guess maybe they just whitened them, but it's very English to do that. It's like I had a trip to Turkey. I loved doing that. It was a very exhausting 35 days, but I don't regret any of it. The reason I did Celebrity Big Brother, complete transparency, was to try to get a RuPaul's Drag Race UK made. And it took 5 years after that to get it made, because I would meet with commissioner after commissioner, and they all kept saying, no, it's too niche, nobody will watch it. And I was like, you don't get it. You don't know what's happening. These kids are finding any way to watch this show illegally. If we give them their own version, it's going to be brilliant. And what happened? The Biebs stepped up, and it's brilliant, just like I predicted. That was the finale of Series 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. I was wearing Justin Ruddle for House of CB. And again, I felt like the Venus, the birth of Venus. And I had just been explanted. So I felt like my journey of my refinding myself and finding my health was starting then. And I felt really good about it. Have you met Michelle from Stuff? She's fabulous. That was not only an iconic moment to do the video, but I mean, I still have to pinch myself being able to do a song with one of my favorite groups. And I love all of them in that group. And we had the best time and the most fun song. Oh, the cover of Attitude magazine, Ally of the Year. That was an honor for me. And I loved doing that photo shoot because it was so dramatic. It was so over the top. And we filmed that during lockdown. So we were in the Roundhouse and it was just us. And it was all open with lighting and it was quite a production, but we had a really good time filming that. That was the Attitude Awards that I got to host. I got to present those. That was a look. People were talking about that one. Wearing David Coma, I'm wearing David Coma today. One of my favorite designers, happens to be English. The hair was more hair than my little head could handle, to the fact that when I was taking pictures with people, like the hair was in their way. They had to kind of come in front of the hair. Tanned, toned, feeling good, feeling healthy, and really enjoying that moment and that night.